Mr. Daniel Radcliffe,
Hello,
welcome
sir.
to Mexico.
Thank
This
you.
is your first time?
My first time in Mexico, absolutely.
And what do you think about it?
It's lovely. The inside of this hotel room is lovely. I haven't really seen that much more so far, unfortunately. That's why I'm really looking forward to the premiere tonight, because I will actually get to meet fans and say hello and share some of their excitement. And but yeah, it's definitely, it has been. It's like, I don't know if you've seen any of the pictures from the airport when we arrived, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy,
unexpected.
it's madness.
Yeah, because we were getting through customs, and we called our friend who was on the other side and just said, you know, is there anyone there? Is it busy? And he was like, no, there's a couple of people, it's not too bad. And then we got out there, and then from nowhere, just like 50 people appeared suddenly.
Really crowd.
So it was crazy, but it was also, you know, as we were just saying before we started, I'd rather have it that way than like, he's here, who cares?
What if the title in Mexico is just Friends?
Yeah, I like that title actually. It's a good title, yeah.
I'm gonna give you my number. We should hang out.
Yeah.
My boyfriend will be worried about what happened to me. So, friends?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Friends. In fairy tales, love inspires you to be noble and courageous, but in real life, love is just an all-purpose excuse for selfish behavior.
I don't know if you are actually cynical or just a super crazy romantic cheeseball.
And one of the main points of this movie is that, well, you fall in love with your friend. Have you experienced that? How is that this movie could be related to audience?
I mean, I think every man who goes to see this film will at some point have experienced what Wallace goes through in this movie. But from the first moment when, the first thing every man will experience is when you're talking to a girl and you're having a really, really good time and you're definitely like both into each other, and then she says in a not so subtle way that she has a boyfriend, and inside you just go, okay, great. And so that, you know, I think every man has experienced that moment, but then what my character does after that is say, well, I can't be with her because she has a boyfriend, but she makes me incredibly happy, so I want to be her friend, I want to be around her. So he kind of fools himself into thinking that he can just be friends with this girl. And as the movie goes on, he starts to wonder maybe she is falling for him as well. But you know, she has a boyfriend, so it's about them trying to navigate those waters, which are quite...
Have you been in the skin of your character?
I have indeed, yeah, sorry, you asked that originally. I absolutely have. You know, I've been in sort of both sides of it. One where we were friends with somebody and then we started going out, and we went out for sort of a couple of years. And then another time when I was very good friends with somebody and we both had a crush on each other. But then we sort of realized we were so similar that if we were going to go out, we'd probably just end up hating each other. Okay. So we didn't, and she's still, you know, she's still one of my best friends, so I'm very lucky in that.
And this movie has been compared to 500 Days with Summer,
yeah.
That with Zoe Deschanel,
yeah.
Where she's a bitch. What do you think about these comparisons?
I mean, 500 Days of Summer is a fantastic movie, and I like it because, you know, it's bittersweet and it's wonderful, and it also I think the thing it has in common with our movie is that it shows that men can be hurt in romance as well, and you know, it's not just it's not often these films are sort of skewed towards women, and men suffer in love as well, and I think there's a pressure in society for men not to show vulnerability ever, and so I like the fact that this film does. The other film I think we've been compared to and that we looked at a lot for this film was When Harry Met Sally, just because it's such a good movie, and it's really heartfelt as well. I think those are the things that we have in common with those movies, is that some romantic comedies fall into the trap of just being 90 minutes of people being funny and it not actually going anywhere and it not actually being powerful emotionally. And you know, this film has a real emotional heart to it, and I think at the final scene, not the final scene, but the scene in the kitchen towards the end, that I think that'll, you know, surprise people with if we make a, you know, couple of people might cry at that moment. I think maybe it's a sweet moment.
Some tears, just
a few
tears.
A
few tears.
Happy tears though.
Yeah. And tell us about the beach scene. How easy or difficult it's to remove your clothes when you have your co-worker, your friend in front of you?
You know, man, I'm very experienced at it now. I've done. I did my first nude scene I ever did was on stage in Equus, and it was in front of like 1,200 people every night, and I did it for 4 months in London and 4 months in New York. So once you do that, kind of everything else is like, fine, I'm getting my clothes off again. Yeah, exactly. And actually, this scene was a skinny dipping scene, and it was actually quite a warm. It was a warmish night, so it could have been a lot worse.
And how has changed the perspective that you have about the acting career from Harry Potter, and nowadays that you have had the chance to experience Broadway, different pieces of theater, different movies, have you changed your perspective?
Not really. I mean, I've always loved it. That's the thing. I've always loved it, and I still love it. I think that, and also there's the idea that there is a huge difference between doing a big budget movie and a small budget movie is actually kind of false. The only differences are you don't have as much money for like visual effects or crane cameras and stuff like that, but generally it's the same sort of vibe every time. And I think, you know, the biggest difference that I found from Potter to the other films is that Potter was a sure thing. You know, we knew it was going to make loads of money every time, and we knew there was always going to be another one, and you know, there was always that to come back to. And you know, in the world of, I've now gone into much more the world of independent filmmaking, where you have to work a lot harder to get a film made, but that almost makes it more satisfying when it happens.
And finally, what is the secret that Daniel Radcliffe has to keep spelling the audience, and how would you invite Excelsior TV to watch Solo Amigos?
I don't know if there's any trick to casting a spell over an audience. I hope that I'm managing it, but I think in terms of how I would recommend the film. Sorry, what was the channel again?
Excelsior TV.
Excelsior TV. I would say to everybody watching Excelsior TV that this is not only a perfect date movie. You know, if you've got a special someone you would like to take to a movie, it is really perfect for that. And also, it is funny and smart, and I don't think you will have seen anything else like it this year. So enjoy.
Mr. Daniel Radcliffe, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Can men and women really be friends, or do you secretly want to bang Chantry?
She has a boyfriend.
Ben, Wallace is here?
Hi, thanks for coming by. Are you trying to sleep with my girlfriend? Oh, no, God, I wouldn't. Don't worry, we're just talking guy. Okay.
Screwing it up, but I can because I'm a grown-up.
And it's so adorable that you really believe that.
Todo sobre el mundo del espectáculo y entretenimiento lo podrás disfrutar en los siguientes videos.